One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Quick strike complete. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Steps away. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This defense. Is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fitted in the window for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Cookie narration volume set to 100.
Stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
No, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
He'll keep it himself. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. On the ground, it's Davidson. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Looking to buy time. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He turns it loose to the left. And that'll be incomplete. complete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. Hauls it in at the 40. There he goes. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
You're down. You need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You can hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
And he tacked on the extra point. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. Big collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking deep. Snatches it on the run. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Makes the catch. It's Williams.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Now adjusting. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Just keep slinging it. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Tigers are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Clemson! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Swings it out to his running back. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
That's caught. It's McCoy. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. The offense set for a first down play. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Castellanos. Pocket breaking down. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Working on the right, and they get him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. The D coordinator's got to love that.
He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Unloads it left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarter.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Noles with the 1st and 10. On the move. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Finally